Cyber attacks are becoming more and more a part of everyday business around the world. Bad actors using code to backdoor systems and infiltrate companies' most private and vulnerable information. Here to help us prepare and arm ourselves is Amy Justis, president of CMIT Solutions of Charleston. Great to have you back.
It's great to be back.
Seems like a subject that we need to be talking about more and more because ransomware attacks, phishing attacks, they're everywhere.
They are everywhere, and it just continues to get worse. And with all of this Ukraine-Russia news, it's even just that much more prevalent, and I think we expect it to continue.
What are the most damaging or costliest types of attacks out there?
Well, ransomware tends to be particularly bad because, especially the kind where they're encrypting files and preventing you from gaining access to critical information and holding you at ransom to get your information back. So those are particularly frightening.
Yeah, and they will ask for money. I mean, Colonial Pipeline, they ended up paying a ransom. I think they got some of that back, but they were offline, causing a gas shortage right here in the Low Country, throughout South Carolina, the Southeast, you name it. So what tips do you have for people to arm themselves against the ransomware, the phishing scams, all of that stuff?
Well, there are some basic things that everyone can do. For businesses, we definitely suggest layered security. So you're having different types and levels of security across pretty much every aspect, including things like, and individuals can take advantage of this, but multi-factor authentication is a huge benefit, because what that's doing is, you're using your cell phone or another device to actually authenticate that you are the owner of that account, so it makes it that much harder for someone else to attack. So I would encourage everyone, anywhere you can enable multi-factor authentication, go ahead and do that, because it's
Is it bulletproof?
Big. No, because there are ways around it. You can have a criminal could divert a text message so that they're receiving it. So I would recommend using the apps rather than the text message. But anything is better than nothing.
Yeah. And what I think is also interesting is that companies like Microsoft and Apple more and more now. We thought Apple was the bulletproof software company. That has completely changed. But we've got Microsoft, Apple, all these other big tech companies that are creating patches, that vulnerabilities. People here in this country are infiltrating and then reporting it to let that company know, hey, you need to patch this. Look at what I found.
You're right, and your point is so valid, Layla, because if you keep your security updates, current and up to date on not only your operating software, but any critical software too, but making sure that your Windows or Mac updates are current, because those are often addressing any kind of vulnerabilities that have been found. So I would say, that's a very important thing to have. Obviously, antivirus is important, and there are other ransomware detection products that are helpful as well, especially in the business environment.
Yeah. So where should people go to find out more information about that if they're just completely uneducated up until this point? And they think, what, that might actually be a good idea.
There are a number of good websites, even from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security or the FBI. But I would encourage, if it's a business, reach out to a local provider. And be it us or another, but I think they can help really guide you through the process. For an individual, I think there's a lot of online resources if you look up ransomware protection.
Yeah. Amy, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. We're back after this.